Hello again. We will be completing our lesson. So you see, when you join two complete sentences with but, you must always use a comma before but. When you have complete sentences and you want to use but, okay, because you have contrasting ideas. We use but when we have contrasting ideas. There must be a comma before the but. Okay, I didn't want to send her a present. I sent her one anyway. I didn't want to send her a present, comma, but I sent her anyway. Or I sent her one anyway. You see, there is a comma before the but, right? When you join two complete sentences with and the subject of the subjects of the sentences are both written, use a comma before and. So when you have two sentences, the meaning is when you have two sentences, both of which have a subject, okay? The first one has a subject and the other one has a subject. So when you use and, you must put a comma before the and. Let's see the example. Shopping in the town center is expensive. Parking is hard to find. You see, we have two sentences. The first one is shopping in the town center is expensive. This is the first sentence. The other sentence is parking is hard to find. The subject of the first sentence is shopping in the town center. This is a phrase which is the subject, okay? The subject of the first sentence. The subject of the other sentence is parking, okay? So we have two subjects and both of which are mentioned in their sentences. So when we use and, we put comma before the and, okay? See the other sentence? Shopping in the town center is expensive and parking is hard to find. We have a comma. As you can see, we have a comma before the and. Okay? You see, there's a note. Shopping and parking are both written. Shopping, which is the subject of the first sentence, and parking, which is subject of the other sentence, are both mentioned and written. Okay? When you join two complete sentences and remove the subject of the second sentence. We have two sentences, okay? The first one has a subject and the other one doesn't have a subject, okay? We remove it because it's probably the same subject, okay? Let's see the example. So we don't use a comma. We just put the and. We don't use the comma. When you join two complete sentences and remove the subject of the second sentence, don't use a comma before and. For example, these days people post paper cards. People email electronic cards. These days people post paper cards and email electronic cards. You see, we have the subject of the first sentence, which is people. These days, people, this is the first subject, post paper cards, okay? The other subject is people email electronic cards. This is the subject of the second sentence. So when we join the two sentences with and, we remove the subject of the second sentence, okay? Because it is probably the same subject. These days, people post paper cards and email electronic cards. These days, people send paper cards and electronic cards, okay? The subject people is not written a second time, so it is the same subject. In the first and second sentence, it is the same subject. So you don't need, when you join them with and, you don't need to mention the same subject again. Okay? I hope you understood what I said, and I hope you enjoyed the lecture. There was a mistake, so I had to cut the other recording and start another one. This one is short. I'm so sorry for that. It should have been one lecture. I'm sorry for that. I will try to make it one, maybe the other lecture. Thank you so much for listening to me. I hope you understand everything, and I will be receiving your questions during the lecture. We will be dealing with the exercises also within the lecture. See you soon. Goodbye.